Other interesting political news, you have Maricopa County saying that they'll be counting votes as long as 2 weeks, which yeah, is pretty inept. But in terms of brand affiliation, thanks to the ineptitudes of the voting in Arizona, we now know that Maricopa County does exist and is in fact located in Arizona. That's, I think, one of the few things people now know about Arizona, in addition to it being hot, which does have a couple things going for them. Now, this comes to us thanks to Nick Sorter. He says, quote, WTF, Maricopa County, Arizona is now saying it could take 10 to 13 days to tabulate the results of the election. How? What the hell is going on? And we got what is this news network here from, I believe it's ABC affiliate. Is it 12 News? And the reporter did suit up. Now, this is definitely a weird, it has to be a paid endorsement. They're using a Microsoft Surface tablet, which, let's be honest, I see about 10 of those a year in corporate America. They're pretty dark. The only thing more rare than that is a Hewlett-Packard computer. Those, you don't see a lot of those in offices, but I partially jest and digress.
Anyway, very tight races here. In fact, Maricopa County is setting the stage that tabulating all these votes may not be an election night thing. It may take days.
Wow. Well, 12 News journalist Colleen Sikora explains that county leaders are asking voters for patience and to be prepared.
Tight races, high interest in the election, and a two-page ballot are leaving Maricopa County officials warning of lines on Election Day, and also warning it's going to take them 10 to 13 days to tabulate results. 2 pages and an average of 79 contests per ballot.
We are expecting heavy turnout this year, and so that's why we're really encouraging people to vote early.
2 weeks out from Election Day, and some votes are in.
More than 400,000 people have cast their ballot in Maricopa County.
That's out of an anticipated 2.1 million voter turnout this year.
We are seeing a little bit of a lag of where we were in 2020, but the last few days we've actually seen an uptick in turnout, so I am expecting that we will start approaching very close to those 2020 numbers.
What can impact the amount of results released and when? Early ballots dropped off on Election Day.
Our races will be close.
And on Election Day, lines are expected, even with an increase in vote centers and voting booths at those vote centers.
If you're going to vote on Election Day, vote in person and use that on-site tabulator so that those votes will be tabulated on that evening, as opposed to dropping off your early ballot on Election Day.
The county adding more high-speed tabulators, more election workers.
We're increasing staffing at our ballot processing as well, because again, we're handling double the number of the sheets of paper. And so we are looking to both have extra shifts, night shifts, if necessary, in ballot processing, and then in the next step that takes place in election administration, and that's through tabulation.
But tabulation expected to take time.
We do expect that it will take between 10 and 13 days to complete tabulation.
Wow. 10 to 13 days. They've had how many years to fix this? I mean, you have some states with greater populations that will be done within hours or a day. Like, it is astonishing what the public sector can or chooses not to do. Now, this went pretty well. Got 1.7 million views as well as 25,000 likes. One of the first comments coming from Gunther Eagleman saying, quote, they're admitting that they need time to cheat, getting 827 likes. They sort of responded saying, quote, they're just spitting in our faces at this point after these clowns getting 374 likes. John says 10 to 13 days to count votes sounds more like a tactic to manipulate the outcome than a simple process. I got 2,000 likes. Nick responded saying, quote, how does Florida count 10 million votes in a single night and these clowns need 10 to 13 days? Getting 1.9 thousand likes. A good question. They have about less than half like a quarter of the votes of Florida, the entire state of Florida, yet they need 10 to 13 days. Yeah. Now they're saying they have a lot of things on their ballot. Let's be honest, in terms of the number one thing people want to know about, presidential election. I don't know. That's what I know. There's a lot of things on there, but why don't they just I mean, they should if they're smart. I mean, extremely streamline that specific metric that everyone's looking for. I also have Patrick Webb saying, quote, WDYM? Thanks to the Urban Dictionary, I'm pretty sure that means, what do you mean? He says, what do you mean, Nick? I'm pretty sure they're still counting votes from the 2020 election, getting 649 likes. Jay Pennyview says, it takes time to let them print to cheat, getting 641 likes. JD Sharp says, this explains why Charlie Kirk hasn't got his mail-in ballot yet, and what's going on with the massive voter fraud in UOCVOA ballots, getting 766 likes. Nick sort of responds saying, "I rest a little easier knowing that Turning Point and Charlie Kirk have a massive Overwatch operation out there, getting 637 likes. Brick Suit, which is an epic Trump supporter. He quite literally has a suit not made of bricks. That would be quite heavy and inconvenient. However, he does have brick print on his suit. He says, quote, the explanation is fairly simple. The delay is caused by the number of votes in Arizona who drop off ballots on election day, the statutory need for signature verification on the ballots, and inadequate staffing and equipment to process the number of ballots retrieved in a timely fashion. That got 91 likes. Nick Story responds saying, how many more years do they need to get their shit together, getting 539 likes? Yeah, quite a long time. Kyle Lee John says, have they ever even gotten 2020 figured out in Maricopa County? Getting 94 likes. Let's see. Going down more and more. Mexum says, here's the problem. If no one goes to jail for election fraud, what incentive is there not to cheat? Getting 193 likes. Let's see. James says, if the Trump campaign didn't learn anything from 2020, the American people are sorely disappointed. If they don't have measures put in place to stop the steal, that will be disheartening. Getting 91 likes, which, I don't know how Stephen Crowder said he's going to live stream the whole election until there's actually a result. Lord knows how many gallons of coffee and Monster and energy drinks they're going to need for that. Because again, I don't think we'll know the election results for weeks, maybe. It'll be the longest live stream in history. It'll be a rough one. Going down to the comment section, you have Rob Q says it takes time for them to deliver fake ballots, getting 55 likes. Which, let's see. Yeah, I'm scrolling, but I don't see too many contrarian statements here. Let's see. A couple funny memes, the white dudes for Harris. Again, this does not do anything for voter. It really doesn't do anything for voter confidence. Which, geez, I can't believe that. I can't believe it's an all-time low for Democrats and Republicans. Probably Republicans a lot more. But yeah, it's gonna be. It'll be interesting to see at the end of the day. How quickly can they actually tabulate everything? And then once they do, are people going to believe it on the left and the right? Both parties have sued each other. Pretty much every election since Al Gore when he sued because he was complaining about Florida back in the day. I'm not sure how many people are going to be really happy with the results, or I don't know how many people are going to trust the results with the current metrics, or rather with the current procedures we have in place. But let me know. How confident are you that your vote is really going to count? And do you think there's any legitimate excuse or reason why it would take 1 to 2 weeks to actually tabulate all the votes? And do you think we need a new, different, more efficient process in those cases? Let me know, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, try to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.